development of civilization from nomadic tribes moving from pasture to pasture in rhythm with the seasons, to settled rural polities, to the first towns and cities, was made possible by the development of agriculture and animal husbandry. Along the same timeline, the role of the veterinarian evolved into the scientifically disciplined profession we know today. Society now requires many distinctly different roles and duties from the veterinary profession than in the past. World trade and consumers demand that animal products reach the table with the maximum guarantee that they are safe and wholesome. The veterinary profession in the European Union, and in particular the official veterinarian, has a vital role to play in the journey from farmyard to dinner table.
The veterinary sector is crucially important to the operation of the internal market of the Union and is becoming increasingly recognized by consumers as being critical for the maintenance of public and animal health, for animal welfare, and in certain cases for providing safeguards where new technologies are applied to the food chain. As you will see from this TAIEX video, the duties of the official veterinarian in the European Union carry broader responsibilities than in the purely national context.
A first TAIEX conference for chief veterinarians from EU and associated countries, ACs, was held in Budapest in 1997 to present the role of the official veterinarian as laid down in community law and to promote mutual confidence between the veterinary services in the EU and ACs.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
The main topics of discussion were veterinary education and training, the situation in the state and private sectors, and the situation with livestock and industry, all of which are dealt with in the next 8 sections of this programme. Today, the veterinary profession includes many specialities, which range from traditional duties to much more esoteric roles. Vets work in many specific areas along the food chain, from farmyard and fields through inspection and processing to testing and research. The profession also works in the marine environment, with wildlife, and beyond to the new frontiers of space research. Animal protection in the areas of animal husbandry and in the transport and slaughter of animals is assuming increasing political importance in the EU. The official veterinarian plays a vital role in the free movement of animals and animal products. On a day-to-day basis, vets are involved in the closely linked fields of fighting outbreaks of disease, animal protection and welfare, and public health.
If there is any kind of diseases all over Europe, this is not limited into one particular country. It is a all-European thing. So the measures that should be taken are the same. Therefore, the education should be at the same level in order to be able to make the appropriate measures in case of any kind of animal diseases.
I think the top priority is to prepare veterinarians to be European veterinarians. This has been said, by the way, by the chief veterinary officers of the European Union.
Veterinary faculties play an important role in this process, and this has already started in universities such as Budapest.
You can see in this garden the plinths for such famous names in the veterinary field of Oyesky, Hutra and Marek. Their standard of teaching here is second to none, and today was a historic occasion when the first group of students who'd been taught purely in English were graduating.
I accepted my duty I accepted my duty.
The member states now have a permanent evaluation system carried out by the European Association of Establishments for Veterinary Education, which the faculties have submitted to voluntarily in an effort to achieve uniform standards, as laid down by the corresponding EU directives. The aim is to include all veterinary faculties, including those in the associated countries, by the end of 1999.
The European veterinary faculties or universities should harmonize their curricula in order to be compatible, because favorite thing for a student is the mobility, and they can move from one faculty to another only if the curricula is harmonized and more or less the same. So I think it is the #1 point that the curricula should be harmonized in order to have the same quality of the qualification.
I will keep my knowledge and skills up to date.
There is now widespread recognition among the veterinary faculties and veterinary associations for the need for further training for the role of official veterinarians and for continuous professional development. Also, there is a perceived need for specialization.
There is a constant evolution of techniques, of knowledge in scientific field, and of course an evolution of the needs from public, from breeders, and so on and so on.
The human medicine made this kind of specialization long ago. This kind of specialization must not be at undergraduate level, so the veterinary diploma should be kept universal. And then this kind of specialization should be continued after graduation at postgraduate level.
The role of veterinarians in implementing community policy includes rigorous veterinary inspection, control and testing at all stages of production, before placing animal products on the market. These checks are also applied in all aspects of intra-community trade and when importing from non-member states. The conditions here show cruelty to animals. Inspection prevents cruelty to animals, and the application of poor hygiene standards, as shown here. Competence, integrity and independence are the qualities needed for the veterinary services.
With foreign students during the daily life.
These qualities are vital in ensuring that all the necessary measures are taken to guarantee that standards and norms are met. Official veterinarians can only be independent if they are paid by the appropriate authorities and given the resources and budgets required. Vets are responsible for controls in the areas of animal health, animal welfare, public health.
En ce qui concerne le contrôle officiel des denrées alimentaires...
As far as the official inspections of food products and even the inspection of live animals are concerned, I think that over the coming years the official control systems will have to be strengthened further for a number of reasons. One reason is the increasing pressure from consumers and the increasing rise in their concern to have access to foods which are healthy and wholesome and will enable them to keep themselves in good health.
Qui soient saines, loyales et qui leur permet de les maintenir en bonne santé.
To ensure wholesome and healthy food, the community has introduced a series of measures designed to control and monitor the food chain from farm to table. The measures are checks at place of origin, backed by checks during transportation and at destination. Continuous monitoring and supervision from farm to table. Animal identification, herd registration, and animal movement control. Surveillance and contingency plans for disease control. Zoonosis control plans. Use of approved medicines and quality animal feeds. Sampling and residue testing all through the production chain. The application of hygiene and technical standards. veterinary health marking and certification. Checks at borders, ports and airports. Computerized networks such as ADNS, used for the notification of animal diseases. Animo, the system